Hi YouTube, as promised, we are going to start our first official video for our first official side series that I got planned and prepared for you guys. This is just the first video. I got a whole bunch of characters that I'm going to start reacting to. So basically, let me give you guys a little explanation of what this series is going to be about. This is going to be called Storylines, and I'm going to be reacting to characters, very interesting characters that, you know, a lot of people really like, but I haven't really got an in-depth understanding about. With that being said, we're going to start off with Kratos, and I think you guys are gonna like the characters that I have planned, because right after this I'm getting into a very interesting character from the Invincible series. I'm gonna keep it a secret for now. I give you a hint though, he's not a Viltrumite. We're gonna start off with Kratos. I'll tell you guys what I know about Kratos. The only thing that I've played in terms of the God of War series was the Chains of Olympus game on the PSP back when I was, damn, how old was I? I think I was like 13, 12 years old. That's the only game I played, and it's been years since then, and I really don't remember much about it. So I think Kratos is a perfect Kickstarter to start off the storyline series. And yeah, here on Brandon Reacts, we're not a one-trick pony, you know, we do multiple things. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The story of Kratos. This should be interesting.
So strap yourself in, because this is what you need to know about the entire original God of War saga, from start to finish.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get right into it.
The very first beings to come into existence, fighting for control of their creation, Earth. This war ravished the world, and eventually the three Furies were born from the rage and power of the battle. The Furies were then tasked to honor oaths between the various beings of Earth. Their first victim was the Hecatoncheires, Aegeon, who had broken an oath to one of the first gods, Zeus. To make an example of Aegeon, the Furies petrify his body into the prison of the damned for anyone who dared to break an oath in the future. Eventually, the Furies began to take guidance from the god of war, Ares, who convinced them to join him in a siege on Olympus. Believing their forces to be too weak, the Queen of the Furies, Alecto, birthed a son with Ares, hoping to create a powerful warrior. This warrior, Orcos, proved to be a failure in Ares' eyes and was disowned. However, the Furies decided to use him.
Is that Kratos though? I know he said his name is Orcos, but is that
to help take over Olympus? Zeus hears a prophecy foretelling his death at the hands of one of his sons, a marked warrior. Ares is then tasked to find and dispose of this threat. Ares discovers Deimos.
So Kratos heard of a legend that he was going to be killed by a mortal who was the marked warrior. I bet.
A young Spartan who bore a birthmark all over his body and storms the city to capture him.
Is that Kratos?
During the kidnapping, Deimos' brother, another young Spartan by the name of Kratos, attempts
to
stop
the
god,
Kratos.
He is struck down, leaving a scar over his right eye. Ares attempts to kill Kratos for this, but his sister, Athena, the goddess of war, convinces him to spare the boy. Deimos is then taken to the god of death,
Deimos and
Kratos, and protect Zeus. Kratos, tortured by his inability to save his brother, vows to never fail like that again, and tattoos a replica of Deimos' birthmark on himself. Kratos' rage and pain remained with him as he became a leading member of the Spartan army, eventually marrying a Spartan woman named Lysandra, and the two have a daughter whom they name Calliope. Calliope unfortunately contracts a plague, which infects her skin and causes the Spartan authorities to decide for her to be thrown into a chasm and left to die. Kratos then sets off to find the cure for her disease, a mysterious element with the exceptional healing abilities called ambrosia. Kratos was chosen by Ares, likely due to their prior run-in in which Kratos displayed his resilience and bravery. After battling the other gods' selected heroes, Kratos fights a climactic battle with an army of barbarians and their leader Ulrich, who was trying to retrieve the ambrosia to heal his own father. Kratos eventually bests Ulrich and captures the ambrosia, but at the cost of many of his men. Upon returning to Sparta, Kratos heals his daughter, and the king of Sparta bestows on him the title of captain.
Okay. Alright, so we're getting all the backstory, you know, the beginning of his rise right now. So I'm liking this so far. One thing that I heard is that Kratos' story is extremely tragic. Like, extremely freaking tragic. So I can't wait till like they get to those points so I can see how hard his life was.
Leads his battles, often slaying scores of enemies with an increasing hunger for power, despite the wishes of his wife. Eventually, Kratos comes across a familiar enemy, the barbarian king Ulrich, who still blames Kratos for his father's death. Kratos and his army are no match for the rebuilt barbarian army, and Kratos, moments away from death at the hands of Ulrich, calls out to Ares in desperation. Ares, seeing a candidate to overthrow Olympus, accepts Kratos' offer of loyalty and kills the barbarians in exchange. He then gives Kratos the Blades of Chaos, symbolizing his servitude to the god of war.
Okay, alright. So the game that I played, Chains of Olympus, that's what he had. He had the fucking chains and the blades, so that's how he got it. I actually don't remember that, but
Kratos slays many innocents, raises villages, and spreads chaos in the name of him. Under Ares' influence, Kratos slowly loses his humanity with every battle fought for the god. Soon, Kratos is tasked to raid a village of Athena's followers due to Ares' jealousy of Athena, whom their father Zeus favored. There, he encounters an oracle who warns Kratos of dark things awaiting him inside the city's temple. Kratos ignores this warning and enters the temple, blindly slaughtering those inside. However, afterwards, Kratos comes to realize that those inside the temple were none other than his beloved wife Lysandra and daughter Calliope. Ares reveals that he transported them there secretly in order to sever Kratos' human ties and create the perfect warrior.
Damn, that's fucked up on you, Ares. Wow.
Binding the ashes of his wife and child to Kratos' skin, forcing
wow, that's how he became white.
Ghost of Sparta. Kratos then renounces his allegiance
Damn.
to Ares and breaks his oath, causing the Furies to hunt him down and torture him with endless illusions. Kratos then
Wait, what did he just say? Let me go back a little bit.
Renounces his allegiance to Ares and breaks his oath, causing the Furies to hunt him down and torture him with endless illusions. Kratos then finds himself trapped in an illusion of his former home in Sparta. Orcos appears before him and helps him break the illusion using Lysandra's necklace and ring. Orcos then convinces Kratos to seek out Aletheia, the Oracle at Delphi. He finds the Oracle captured, but is unable to prevent her from being mortally wounded. Before her death, she informs Kratos that the only way he can be free of his oath to Ares would be to slay the oath's enforcers, the three Furies. Kratos returns to Orcos, who informs him of Ares' true intentions all along to use him to overthrow Zeus. With this knowledge, Kratos travels to Delos to slay the Furies. Upon his arrival, however, he is ambushed and captured by them, and they proceed to torture him in the prison of the damned. After 2 weeks of torture, one of the Furies leaves an opening for Kratos to exploit and escape his imprisonment. After various battles and illusions, Kratos is able to... Alright,
so as you're seeing this, I'm currently editing this video that you're watching right now, and I'm noticing that I'm not talking too much. I'm not giving my input and my explanations. I'm just really focused because this guy's kind of talking really fast, so I'm just trying to, you know, lock in and make sure I hear everything he's saying. So I apologize. I promise the next videos that you guys are going to see, I'm going to be, you know, putting my input a little bit more, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you.
warrior. After defeating an invading Persian army for the gods, Kratos appears before them to ask for his next task. Suddenly, however, he sees the sun fall from the sky, enveloping the world in darkness. Kratos follows the last trace of light he can see to the temple of Helios. After speaking to Athena, Kratos concludes that Helios had been captured, allowing the god of dreams, Morpheus, to entrance other gods into a deep sleep, allowing him to take control of Greece.
Let me rewind that a little bit. This guy's speaking mad fast.
The sky, enveloping the world in darkness. Kratos follows the last trace of light he can see to the temple of Helios. After speaking to Athena,
in the little chapter section, it says Chains of Olympus. So this is where this is the game I played.
For his next task. Suddenly, however, he sees the sun fall from the sky, enveloping the world in darkness. Kratos follows the last trace of light he can see to the temple of Helios. After speaking to Athena, Kratos concludes that Helios had been captured, allowing the god of dreams, Morpheus, to entrance other gods into a deep sleep, allowing him to take control of Greece. Inside the temple, Ios, Helios' sister, tasks Kratos to awaken her brother's fire steeds in order to find him. In return, she promises to relieve Kratos of his nightmares, which haunt him in the form of a melody his daughter used to play on her flute. He does this, and the steeds take him to Helios'
So right now, Kratos just wants to get rid of his torment, his you know, his dreams, his illusions of you know, him killing his wife and daughter, I'm assuming, right?
The underworld. There he meets Charon, the ferryman on the river Styx, who ultimately denies Kratos passage as it is not his time. Kratos engages him, but is knocked unconscious and thrown into Tartarus, the darkest depths of the underworld where the Titans had been chained by Zeus. Upon waking, Kratos witnesses Atlas's chains broken and the Titan missing. Kratos fights his way through Tartarus, eventually climbing out to confront Charon once again. After defeating him, Kratos uses his ferry
Kratos said straight up, fuck that. If you're not going to let me pass, I'm going to fucking kill you. What a savage.
Inside, but instead finds Persephone, the queen of the underworld. Persephone reveals to Kratos that he can meet his daughter once again, and she is now residing in the Elysium Fields. Persephone tells Kratos that to see his daughter, he must make a sacrifice, to give up all of his weapons and powers given to him by the gods.
I don't know, man.
Does this, transferring his powers into the Forsaken Tree, and regains his humanity. He reunites with his daughter, but the reunion is interrupted by Persephone, who reveals her true intentions. She reveals
something seemed off.
Release Atlas, whom she tasked with destroying the pillar that holds the earth. She intends for this to kill everyone, including herself, to free her from her imprisonment by Hades as his wife. Kratos painfully makes the decision to give up his ability to see his daughter and regains his weapons from the tree. Like this, he once again becomes the ghost of Sparta, and against his...
He had a second of happiness, but he had to give it up. Fuck, bro. This guy. He's been through so much shit.
Takes off to stop Persephone. Kratos finds the queen at the base of the pillar, and she carries him to the top. There, the two engage in a final battle. During this battle, Persephone attempts to confuse Kratos and convince him to return to Elysium to be with his daughter. Kratos resists this, however, and Persephone orders Atlas to take care of him. Atlas does not get this chance, however, as Kratos chains the Titan to the ceiling of the underworld and returns to Persephone, besting her in battle and killing her. Her body explodes, destroying the pillar and leaving Atlas as the only
My man's
thing
a
holding
savage.
them together. Atlas, though defeated, taunts Kratos.
I think Kratos might be the most relentless fictional character like ever. I think he's more determined and more relentless than even like Goku and all these anime characters and shit. Kratos will nothing's gonna stop this man, bro.
As he remains a slave to the gods. Kratos accepts this fate, as he can only hope that serving the gods will cause them to one day free him from his nightmares. Atlas then predicts to Kratos that they will meet again before Kratos leaves to return Helios to the sky. Weak, and now knowing that his sins will never allow him to see his daughter again, Kratos falls from the chariot, landing on a cliff overlooking the Aegean Sea.
Man's never gonna see his daughter ever again.
Kratos is sent into the sea to kill a Hydra and return peace to the waters. After doing so, he is approached by Athena, who asks Kratos to save her city
bro,
of
some of the
Athens
things
for
that this
her
guy
brother
be
Ares,
fighting
whose
is
army is currently
ridiculous.
advancing. Kratos, seeing an opportunity to get revenge on Ares, agrees on the condition that the gods free him of his nightmares once and for all, as well as offer him a chance at redemption.
He's trying to get revenge on Ares
Kratos
now,
enters
so he's
Athens
trying
to
to
find the town's oracle, who tells him that in order for a mortal to defeat a god, he must seek the power of Pandora's box, which is locked inside a temple constructed on the back of the Titan Kronos, who Zeus cursed to wander the desert of lost souls for eternity.
Damn.
Kratos makes his way to the temple.
One thing I could say, the places and the settings of this universe and this world is crazy, bro. Like the imagination goes hard. Imagination goes crazy.
Inside the temple, Kratos solves several puzzles in order to find Pandora's box. However, Ares senses this and throws a pillar from Athens, impaling Kratos and killing him. Ares then arrives and steals the box as Kratos dies.
Wait, he
and
died?
returns to the underworld. However, with help from the Gravedigger, who refers to Kratos
Okay, so
as my
Kratos
child,
actually
he's able to
fucking
climb
died.
from Hades and return to Athens. There, he opens Pandora's box and gains the power to confront Ares. After a battle, Ares tortures Kratos by forcing him to relive his family's death at his hands. Kratos resists this, however, and Ares is forced to strip the Blades of Chaos from Kratos' arms and kills the illusions of his family in front of him.
Oh my
Freed from the
god.
illusion, Kratos finds a nearby sword being used as an ornamental bridge and uses it to kill the god of war.
Yeah, let's go.
Ares. Kratos then asks Athena
Sweet
to finally free him of
revenge.
his nightmares. Athena then finally reveals to Kratos that while she can forgive his sins, his nightmares will stay with him forever. Kratos, feeling abandoned by the
so he
gods,
did that
climbs
shit
back to
for
the cliffs
nothing?
overlooking the Aegean Sea, and feeling death as his only escape, throws himself
Really,
off.
bro?
However,
Wow,
Athena
this is
stops him at the
sad.
bottom, claiming
This
that
is
there is now an
fucking
empty
sad.
throne upon Olympus. Kratos then enters a portal and claims his throne.
This man is broken, bro. He's strong as fuck. Obviously, he's that type of man that walks through life. If Kratos was a normal person in our world, he would be that type of person. No matter what life throws at him, he's gonna keep walking strong and trying to accomplish whatever his goals are. But even Kratos, got to the point where he was like, "Fuck it, I just want to die." That just shows how much this man has been through, bro.
As the new god of war.
Wait, hold up. Is he the god of war now?
And feeling death as his only escape, throws himself off. However, Athena stops him at the bottom, claiming that there is now an empty throne upon Olympus. Kratos then enters a portal and claims his throne as the new god of war. Still haunted by his memories, Kratos decides to explore his past against Athena's wishes. He makes his way to the Temple of Poseidon in Atlantis. Poseidon attempts to stop Kratos, but he defeats his defenses and reaches the city. There, Kratos finds, much to his surprise, his mother, Callisto, dying on the ground. She reveals to him that his father is the one who brought her there, and that his brother Deimos is still alive, but does not have much time. Before dying, she tells Kratos to seek out his brother in Sparta. Kratos then departs Atlantis, but not before encountering the Titan Thera, whom he frees, destroying the city in a flood. Kratos returns to Sparta, but on his way encounters and kills Thanatos' daughter, Erinyes. Upon his arrival to the city, he is praised by its inhabitants, led by a young Spartan who gives Kratos his arms from when he was the commander of the Spartan army. Kratos goes to the Temple of Ares, and after encountering a spirit-like vision of his younger self, he learns that he must return to Atlantis to find Death's domain. Upon returning, however, Kratos is stopped by a statue of Poseidon, inhabited by the god, who warns him that he will pay for sinking the kingdom of Atlantis. Kratos avoids the statue and makes his way through the ruins of the
this
city,
shit's crazy.
coming across the Gravedigger once again, who cryptically warns Kratos not to alienate the gods. Kratos then finds the gateway to Death's domain. Inside, Kratos finds and frees his brother, who becomes enraged at him for seemingly forgetting about him for all this time. Thanatos arrives and intervenes.
Bro, he didn't
capturing
forget
Deimos and
about you,
bringing him
bro.
to the same cliff Kratos attempted to kill himself from. Kratos saves his brother and the two reconcile.
Good,
Kratos
thank
gives
you.
Deimos his arms and the two fight Thanatos together. During the battle, Thanatos kills Deimos and Kratos avenges his brother by finally killing the god of death.
Damn.
A broken Kratos then carries his brother
bro.
up the mountain where the gravedigger has prepared a grave for him. Kratos ponders what he has become.
Has this guy
and the
experienced
gravedigger
any
answers,
good
"Death,
thing
the
ever?"
destroyer of worlds. Athena appears before him and attempts to elevate him to a full god. Kratos stops her, however, and returns to Olympus, claiming that the gods will pay for what they have done to Kratos and his family. As he leaves, Athena mythically refers to him as brother. The gravedigger then buries Callisto next to Deimos and proclaims upon a third grave that now only one remains, as Kratos returns to his throne and plans his next move against the gods, leading his Spartan army to conquer Greece. After launching this attack, Athena pleads with Kratos to stop. He claims to owe her nothing and turns his back on her to assist his army in the town of Rhodes. There he spots an eagle, whom he believes to be Athena in disguise, whom robs him of his godly abilities, and instead infuses them into the Colossus of Rhodes, who comes to life and tries to kill Kratos. Zeus arrives
remember
and
this.
offers Kratos the blade
I think
of
I played
Olympus,
this before.
which he once used to win the great war between the gods.
Is this still
and the
Chains of
Titans.
Olympus?
Zeus urges Kratos to infuse the blades with
Nah,
his
this is
remaining
God of
godly
War
powers,
2
which
apparently,
renders him
so I
mortal
guess I
once
played
again,
this.
but allows him to destroy the Colossus from the inside. Upon doing this, however, Kratos is crushed by the
Oh
Colossus.
shit, yo.
Determining that he must
Damn.
retrieve the blade
Wait,
of
did
Olympus to get his
did he
immortality
actually-
back, he slowly makes his way over to it, only to be stopped by
Oh, he didn't
Zeus,
die from
who
that.
reveals himself to be the eagle that stole Kratos' power, in an attempt to kill him to stop him from overthrowing Zeus as he did with Ares. Zeus then stabs Kratos, killing him. While he is being
so he
dragged
died
into the underworld once
twice.
more, the mother of the Titans, Gaia, saves him and reveals that Kronos, Zeus's father, ate all of his children in an attempt to stop the
What the
prophecy
fuck?
that he would die at the hands of one of his sons.
Yo, what? That's sick. That's actually sick.
Stop
Let
him
me
from overthrowing
make sure I
Zeus
heard
as
that
he did
right.
with Ares. Zeus then stabs Kratos, killing him. While he is being dragged into the underworld once more, the mother of the Titans, Gaia, saves him and reveals that Kronos, Zeus's father, ate all of his children in an attempt to stop the prophecy that he would die at the hands of one of his sons. Zeus's mother, however, hid him on an island that was actually Gaia. Gaia raised the boy, but he grew vengeful and eventually sought to defeat the Titans, which he did by using the Blade of Olympus. Gaia offers to help Kratos exact revenge on the King of Olympus. Gaia gives Kratos the magical horse Pegasus, and he escapes the underworld to find the Sisters of Fate in order to change his past and kill Zeus. Kratos flies to the island
his
of
next
creation,
target
and
is
after
Zeus.
besting several powerful foes, including a risen Ulrich, he comes across Icarus, whom he strips of his wings, plummeting below the earth and landing upon Atlas. Originally refusing to help Kratos, still holding begrudgment over his imprisonment at the Spartans' hands, Atlas is eventually persuaded to help him kill Zeus. Atlas helps Kratos return to the surface, where he awakens the Phoenix and flies to the Temple of the Fates to meet the sisters. There he expresses his
he
wishes,
just
but
keeps
the
coming
sisters
back
deny
to
him
life, I
passage.
guess.
Kratos then confronts the youngest sisters, Lachesis and Atropos, who attempt to take him back to his battle with Ares and force him to die by the god's hand in the past. He avoids this effort and traps the sisters in a mirror, then destroying it to seal them away for eternity. Kratos then makes his way to the eldest sister, Clotho, who operates the Loom of Fate. Kratos kills the final sister and takes control of the loom to change his fate. He turns the thread of fate back to his death at the hands of Zeus and saves his past self by reclaiming the Blade of Olympus before Zeus has a chance to. The two then engage in a battle until Zeus stuns Kratos with a lightning storm. Kratos plays possum and pins Zeus before driving the Blade of Olympus into the god's chest. Before he can kill him, however, Athena appears and intervenes to protect Olympus. Zeus attempts to escape, Kratos lunges at him with the blade, and Athena sacrifices herself by jumping in front of it, saving her father. Kratos asks Athena why she would do this, and she reveals that she did it to allow Zeus to stop the cycle of sons killing their fathers, finally revealing that Kratos is in fact a son of Zeus. Really? To destroy Olympus, Kratos returns to the loom and turns back time all the way to the Great War. He calls out to Gaia and they return to Kratos' time, where an injured Zeus is calling on his fellow gods to kill Kratos. The Titan army, led by Kratos, then storm Olympus with the intent to win the Great War once and for all.
Yo, this story is crazy, bro.
With the Wells Fargo
The Titans and gods wage a very intense and bloody battle as Poseidon begins to take on Gaia. Kratos draws him into Gaia's grasp and is able to weaken him, eventually knocking him onto a platform and beating him before gouging his eyes out and snapping his neck, killing him and flooding the entire world. Kratos and the Titans then make it to the top of Olympus and confront Zeus, who, anticipating their arrival, hits them with a blast of lightning, damages Gaia, and knocks her and Kratos off the mountain. Attempting to hang on, Kratos is then betrayed by Gaia, who lets him fall as he is no longer a use to them now that they have reached Zeus's throne. After falling once again to his death, Kratos makes his way through the river Styx.
So he just keeps getting betrayed and fucked over.
Formed Athena, who was willing to help Kratos from her new level of existence. He then realizes the goal of his final quest, extinguishing the flame of Olympus in order to finally defeat Zeus. To do this, however, he must find Pandora, the child of Pandora's box's namesake. Kratos makes his way through Hades and eventually finds Hades' palace and the dead body of Persephone. Hades arrives and the two battle before Kratos defeats the god, sealing his soul into his own weapons. Kratos then...
Did this guy kill every single Greek mythology god? If so, that's a crazy ass feat.
Escapes Hades through a gate and encounters Helios, whose head Kratos proceeds to rip off.
Helios.
Hermes,
So we got Helios, Poseidon, Hades, and Ares so far. So, yo, this man is a demon.
Kills, and later his own half-brother Hercules, whom he also kills. Kratos meets with Aphrodite and her husband Hephaestus in order to find their daughter Pandora. Hephaestus refuses to lead Kratos to her, however, and reveals that after Kratos opened Pandora's box, Zeus became overcome with fear and forced Hephaestus to reveal to the creation of the key of the box, which later took on a life of its own as a girl whom he named Pandora. Zeus then took Pandora and banished Hephaestus. Kratos urges Hephaestus, who tasks him with retrieving the Omphalos stone in order to make a weapon to allow Kratos to find Pandora. In his attempt to find the stone, Kratos comes across Kronos, who assumes he has tried to kill Gaia and attacks him.
I'm not gonna lie, I did see this fight. I remember when, like, years before I started this channel, I looked this up and I watched it.
Kratos fights Kronos and eventually frees the temple from the Titan's body before he eats Kratos. Inside his stomach, Kratos retrieves the Omphalos stone and cuts his way out and kills Kronos once and for all. Kratos confronts Hephaestus, who reveals that he was trying to send him on a suicide mission. Hephaestus attempts to feign innocence before trying to kill Kratos instead. Kratos shakes this off and kills him by impaling him on his own anvil before heading off to retrieve Pandora. Kratos' quest takes him to the Gardens of Olympus, where he finds Hera, the wife of Zeus, drunken and belligerent. After making his way through the gardens, Hera confronts Kratos once again, insulting Pandora and causing Kratos to lash out and snap her neck, causing all plant life to die. Kratos makes it to the labyrinth and finds Daedalus, the labyrinth's architect. Trapped inside, Daedalus claims that Zeus promised him that he would have his son Icarus back once he completed the labyrinth. Kratos reveals that Icarus was in fact dead before activating a trap and killing the architect. Inside the labyrinth, Kratos finds Pandora and takes her with him. In the flame of Olympus' chamber, Kratos raises the labyrinth to access Pandora's box. However, Kratos refuses to let Pandora sacrifice her life, as he does not want to cause her death as he did his own daughters. She chooses to embrace her fate, however, and breaks free.
Kratos is like this ruthless, you know, he's a ruthless person, but deep down inside, he wants someone that he can love. You know what I mean? He wants to be happy. He doesn't want. I don't think he wants to fight. I don't think he wants to kill people. I think all along he just wanted to have a life with his wife and kid. You know, and that's all this man wanted, bro. And the gods just kept fucking him over and fucking him over. Man.
Stopped by Zeus.
What a shitty
Zeus mocks
fucking
Kratos
life.
for showing care for Pandora as if she was his own, and tosses her aside before engaging in battle with his son once again. During the battle, Pandora attempts to run into the flame in order to put it out before Kratos grabs her to stop her. Pandora pleads with Kratos to let her seal her fate, and Zeus provokes him by telling him not to fail Pandora like he did his own family.
Damn.
Kratos reluctantly lets her go, and the flame is extinguished. In the wake, Kratos opens Pandora's box once again, only to find that it is now empty. Zeus mocks his son once again, and the two meet outside and gaze upon the destruction Kratos has
Zeus
caused.
is a fucking
The two are
asshole.
interrupted by Gaia, however, and she tries
All
to
of the
kill them
gods
both.
are in
The
this
two then
shit.
enter a wound in Gaia's chest and fight beside her heart, draining the life out of it. Kratos, powered by the heart of Gaia, then impales Zeus into it with the blade of Olympus, finally killing both Gaia and his father Zeus. Awakening upon a broken earth, Kratos finds Zeus' body and retrieves the blade. However, as he tries to leave, Zeus' spirit attacks Kratos and drains him of his anger and willpower, replacing it with fear and loss, the forces that plagued his father. Trapped in his psyche and once again being tortured by his memories, the spirit of Pandora appears and helps Kratos abolish these torments through hope. Kratos returns to the physical world and forces Zeus' spirit back into his body. Kratos then charges him and beats him to death with his bare hands, finally killing him and destroying Olympus for good. Afterwards, Athena appears once more and congratulates Kratos, asking him to turn over the power he found inside Pandora's box so she could finally give it. Kratos laments that the world is destroyed, and anything she would have to give would be useless. More so, the box was empty, and Kratos believed Pandora had died in vain, simply another casualty in his quest for vengeance. Athena reveals to Kratos that when the evils of the Titans were first sealed into the box, she placed the most powerful weapon in the world beside them to counteract them, the power of hope. Athena had initially believed that when Kratos opened the box for the first time, all of its evils had transferred unto him, and hope was lost, when in actuality the evils went to the gods on Olympus, and hope was buried deep in Kratos under his pains. Only upon forgiving himself was the power able to release inside of him. Kratos, realizing he has nothing left to live for, impales himself with the blade of Olympus, freeing the power of hope into the mortal world. Athena is angered by this and tells Kratos that
symbolic
she is
as fuck.
disappointed, to which he responds with a final laugh before she removes the blade, leaving him to die. Sometime later, we see the mural where Kratos' body once was, now abandoned, with nothing but a trail of blood leading to the great sea that now enveloped the world.
Wow.
What has become the
Man, what a character, man. This guy's probably had the worst life I've ever heard of, I've ever witnessed. This guy has gone through it, bro. Ah, man. Vengeance and rage filled his heart, and then he went on a quest to kill every single god that fucked him over. That last part where they said that, you know, Zeus went up to him and transferred like fear and loss to like the only feelings that he feels and placed him in like a world. Bro, this guy, like this, the people who wrote this shit are like, something's wrong with you guys, bro. You guys need to go to therapy, bro. This man had a fucked up life. Man, fuck. Kratos, God of War, the original saga and story. Damn, bro. What other characters can I think of that probably had a harder fucking life than this guy? Shit, I don't even know, to be honest. I'm not even that deep into like comics and shit, bro. This man might have had like the hardest life in all of fiction. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Well, there you guys have it. Here's our first episode for our brand new series, side series that we're starting on this channel, called Storylines. So if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button. I will catch you guys in the next exciting episode. Stay blessed, stay well. Love you guys. Take it easy.